almost every episode has some kind of throwback to each of the various Star Trek franchises.
An Easter egg I didn't know about till very recently is one of our animators put a Starfleet Delta on one of the asteroids that goes through the main title sequence. And if that wasn't enough, she made sure it was on the 47th asteroid that goes past the Cerritos, with 47 being a very significant number to Star Trek lore.
It is fun to put in Easter eggs.
Oh, no!
There was an Easter egg in that shot that got mostly cut off. It was like a sentient computer that was in the original series. Got to design the color for that shot, and it was also one of the first shots we released for the show. So that was kind of fun. I just liked it because it was at the beginning and it was something I got to do.
I contain no parasitical beings. I am nomad.
Are you drunk? Yeah, dude, you should be too. I mean, this station is amazing, and they have Romulan whiskey.
Part of the reason on Lower Decks why there are so many Easter eggs is that there are so many people on the show who have different favorite episodes and different favorite things about Star Trek that they're always like, let me put a glaive in, let me put a glaive in. And you're like, fine, you can put your glaive in. And they're like, yes!
What is this?
A button. It belonged to my father. It has been in our family for 10 generations.
You know, in the opening, it was like, oh, everybody's heard of Romulan ale, but what about Romulan whiskey? Because I like whiskey. And I was like, I want Romulans to like whiskey too.
And I bet you thought it was going to be green, but it is actually blue. It's this very beautiful color.
Romulan whiskey is against regulation.
Yeah, because it's awesome.
My favorite Easter egg is a recurring, repeated Easter egg throughout as Vasquez Rocks. It's so beautiful and weird. If you live anywhere in the LA area, just go down Highway 14, look to your left as you head towards Palmdale, and you can't miss it.
I go ride my motorcycle out there. We wanted to draw it, really. It was more for us than anybody else.
It's such a surreal thing because it's not the same place in universe. It's a real-life shooting location that we've now used. We used it in episode 2 when we run into the Ferengi in the park.
Whatever, who cares?
I clearly do.
Greetings, human.
Like, how do you explain that in the world? Like, if Beckett and Brad were going to talk about this place, like, you can't because they're on different planets every time we see it. We used it in the Gorn wedding, where Rutherford flashes in Vasquez Rocks. I think that's my favorite.
Gorn wedding!
Like, yeah, we barely know anything about the Gorn hegemony, and so it's fun to see them in a wedding ceremony.
Get me out of here, implant!
They love weird weapons that Mariner is holding. That is a throwback to some episode of Deep Space Nine, Voyager.
Guys, right here? Yep, great stuff in that one. All the way in back there? Yeah, you did
How much contraband have you hidden on my ship?
I think that my favorite Easter egg was the Spock helmet. What is that? What is that? That has to be somewhere in there because we need people to know that this exists.
I think we were always saying, we're gonna get Spock helmet in there. Q showing up.
I challenge you all to a duel. Pick your weapon.
Oh, Landrew's a weird thing.
Consume the intruders. Obey Landrew.
Hey, don't make me paradox you into destroying yourself.
We had the Landrew episode, which is a callback to the original Star Trek.
I am Landrew. You have intruded.
When you look at his pad, you see the Kirk and Spock from the animated series. And I also love Ransom talking about the TOS era.
Landrew.
Yeah, I know. It's always weird revisiting planets from the TOS era.
TOS?
It's what I call the 2260s. Stands for those old scientists. You know, Spock, Scotty, those guys. Seems like they were stumbling on crazy new aliens every week back then.
Such a great way to make the phrase TOS canon. That's so cool. That's so weird. I love that we did that.
I love the fact that the Titan comes in and we see Riker.
The Titan! About time you showed up, Will.
Mariner, this makes us even.
You know Riker? Yeah, what do you think hooks me up with all my contraband? Dude is flush.
There is nothing cooler than him.
One thing that we don't say too much is we changed it so that the registry number of the Cerritos is printed on the back of the saucer section instead of on the front. All other Star Trek ships have it on the front. We put it on the back for 2 reasons. One, if you were being towed by this ship, you could see the registry number facing you. And the other, that I wanted it to look like the lower back tattoo of an exotic dancer, which I thought was just funny to have on a starship. If you go back and you look at other Star Treks, let's take Nausicaans, for example, an alien race that are literally named after Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind, which is a famous manga and anime. Those names would come from places that the writers were geeking out for.
I had a hand in labeling the Vancouver ships shuttles. Those are all based out of like Vancouver boroughs and neighborhoods here. That was my grand contribution to the Star Trek universe, I would say.
There's a lot of stuff from my and the other writers' lives that are now in canon of Star Trek, and there's kind of little personal things. I mean, Beckett Mariner is my sister's name. The first planet they go to is called Gallardon, and my pal Cesare Gagliardoni was, when I first moved to Los Angeles, I slept on his couch for 6 months while I was looking for a place to live. And there's things that like I might just never reveal, like where Boimler's name came from.
Sorry about that, Ensign Bumford. What do you have to report?
Boimler.
Pardon?
It's Boimler, not Bumford.
I just might never tell anybody where I got Boimler from. And it's those kind of private Easter eggs that are like, yeah, that's cool. I know something about Star Trek that nobody else does. I just like that.
Brad Boimler, seen here with one of the great birds of the galaxy. Anyway, let's move on to somebody even more important. Perhaps the most important person in Starfleet history, Chief Miles O'Brien.
It's all kind of a wink and a smile to what's come before it. I mean, it should feel like a love letter to all of it.
Okay. So, Barb's not a Duffy, but I haven't ruled her out as a surgically altered Cardassian spy, or a transporter clone, or, bear with me, a Suliban.
Smorgasbord. Attention, Galrakians! I'm Commander Jack.
It's a friendly game.
Oh my gosh, you're ascending!
I am? Sensors. Yes, that's right.
Now I'm a little boy.
What are you two doing back here? You've drawn my attention.
Dance, boy, dance!
Ooh, yeah, feel it.
Oh, what? Damn you, Q!
Nice shot, Da Vinci.
Yeah, see. Yeah! Woo! Happy birthday, Captain! We want your ship pieces to add to our ship pieces so that we have all the ship pieces!
Give me warp in the factor of
5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, the jazz.